Today I'm going to make a steak with a red wine onion sauce and roasted potato wedges, but the steaks are made from a horse, not a beef. And the ingredients I'm using today are tomato puree. We need some water, fresh red chilies. We need some unsalted butter. Of course, some sea salt, organic beef stock. We need some white onions. Then, of course, we need some red wine, black pepper, some bay leaves, paprika, Mary's pepper potatoes, some chili powder. We need, of course, some fresh garlic, some olive oil, and of course the star of tonight, some horse steaks. And I got this from my butcher. Horse is quite expensive, but nevertheless it's damn tasty. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now let's get started. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now get yourself 3 onions and peel them like so. Cut off the top and the root. Then slice into the first layer like so and get rid of the first layer. Easy peasy stuff. And repeat this with the 2 remaining onions. Smash them. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now, as you can see, I cut 1 onion in half. I don't know why, but I did it. Finally slice the onions like so. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now grab 2 cloves of garlic. Crush them like so. Peel off the papery layer like so. Then cut off the top and the root like so, and then finally chop like so. Right, now grab red chili. It depends on your personal taste, if you use a whole red chili or half of it. I go for half of it. I keep the seeds in, then finally chop as well, like so. Chop it together with the garlic. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now set this aside for a moment. Woo! And after that much chopping, it's time for the zippy. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and to a small pot I'm adding a little bit of unsalted butter, maybe a tablespoon or so, about this much, should be a tablespoon, I think. So bring this up to, I would say, medium-high heat. Smash it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and to my butter I'm adding about 1 or 2 tablespoons, I think I will go for 2, of olive oil, just to prevent the butter from burning. And while you're waiting for your butter getting melted, it's time for a zippy. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and when your oil butter mix is hot, add your onions, break them into rings. And then fry until translucent and soft, and give them a good stir to make sure every onion ring is coated with the oil and butter mix. And while you're waiting for your onions being fried, it's time for a zippy. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and when your onions are soft and translucent, add your chili and garlic mix. Then add 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. Then give this a good stir and fry for another 5 minutes. Make sure everything is well covered with the garlic, chili and tomato puree. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now get your red wine. We need about 250 ml of red wine. Then give this a good stir. Scrape off all the stuff from the bottom of your pot and allow to reduce. Smashing. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and while your red wine is reducing, it's time for a zippy. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and when your red wine has reduced, add 200 ml of water. Reduce the heat to a medium-low. Then add 1 organic beef stock. If you have instant beef stock, use 1 teaspoon. Then add 3 bay leaves. I'm not going to add salt and pepper right now. I will do this at the end. Give this a good stir. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now I'm adding a little bit of paprika, maybe half a teaspoon. And now I'm adding a quarter of a teaspoon of chili powder. Just for a little bit extra heat. If you don't like it that spicy, leave out the chili powder. Give this a good stir. Reduce the heat to low. Righty right, ladies and gentlemen, and now let your sauce reduce down for about 1.5, maybe 2 hours. Smash. And while you're waiting for your sauce to be reduced down to the thickness of your liking, it's time for a recipe. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now grab your potatoes. I'm using, I think, 4. And now preheat your oven to 200 degrees Celsius, like so, and give your potatoes a quick wash. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now bring a pot with water to the boil. Meanwhile, cut your potato into wedges, like so. As you can see, I cut off some nasty bits. So cut them into wedges, like so. Cut them into half. Then the half again into half, and each quarter into half again, like so. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and while you're waiting for your water is coming up to the boil, it's time for the recipe. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and when your water is boiling, add some sea salt. And now parboil your potatoes for about 5 minutes. Smash in. Give your potatoes a stir, so make sure they don't stick to the bottom. And while you're waiting for your potatoes being parboiled, it's time for a recipe. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now my potatoes had about 7 to 8 minutes to cook. Drain them. And now toss your potatoes with a little bit of olive oil. I would say maybe 2 tablespoons. And now get a baking tray lined with baking paper and get your wedges on there. I will keep it simple, just roast them, and later I will sprinkle over some salt. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I will season them with a little bit of black pepper And then of course with a little bit of sea salt. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now get your potato wedges into the oven. Like so. And bake for about 35 to 45 minutes. Smashing. And while you're waiting for your potato wedges to be roasted, it's time for a recipe. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the sauce looks pretty good. Get rid of the bay leaves. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now get your horse steaks. I've lined my chopping board with cling film. The steaks are at room temperature. Get some kitchen towel and pat your lovely horse steaks dry. Then drizzle with a little bit of olive oil on both sides, like so. Then season with a little bit of salt on both sides. And now season with some freshly ground black pepper on both sides. Tap in all the seasoning. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and when your pan is hot, get your horse steaks right into the pan. Fry it for 30 seconds or 20 seconds on each side, then flip it over. And then again fry it for 30 seconds, flip it over and repeat until the steak is cooked. Reason for this, I think this steak needs to be cooked 3 minutes per side, so flip it over every 30 seconds. The heat from the pan brings up the moisture to the top of the steak, and if you flip it every 30 seconds it will cook evenly. Smash it. So every 30 seconds toss over your steak. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and while you're waiting for your horse steaks getting fried, it's time for a recipe. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now get your horse steaks out of the pan, let them rest for at least 5 minutes, and this is delicious. Smashing. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and while you're waiting for your horse steaks being rested, it's time for a recipe. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Let them rest for at least 5 minutes, and then happy eating. Special. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Just to show you, all these juices are coming out of the steak. Wrap the steaks in the juice, like so. And now it's time to plate up. Right, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, get all the juices in your saucepan. Give your sauce a good stir. Then grab a knife and in an angle cut your horse steak. Look at this, it's nice and pink. I hope the lights are good enough to show this. It's amazing. So grab your horse meat on a plate. Then add your potato wedges. And now get your sauce. Drizzle over your horse meat. Right, ladies and gentlemen, and here we have it. Horse steak with red wine onion sauce and some roasted potato wedges. I hope you can see that it's pink in the middle. Anyway, as always, at this time, this place, this very moment, yep, it's time for the tea. Bye bye and see you next time.